everybody. Welcome to the next game for the Men's Roller Derby Championships 2018. What we have coming up now.
Come on, you can do it.
Lincolnshire Rolling Thunder versus Tyne and Fear.
Lovely. So thank you for joining us here for game number 14. I'm Very Cherry, all the way, if I've not mentioned it yet, all the way from England. So you will be getting lots of English and British facts during this matchup, which I will be helping you with, because you'll be like, I don't know what any of that means. And then we'll have some nice cross the pond information to talk about.
Absolutely. All right, so are you ready to read our roster?
Yeah, let's go for it. So playing in the black, we have Tyne and Fear. For those of you who don't get where their name comes from, there's a place in Newcastle called Tyne and Weir, but now they've changed it to Tyne and Fear, and that's the accent that they use.
I like it.
I mean, it's a pretty rubbish accent that I'm doing. Their accent is obviously fantastic, but there you go. So everybody's learning today, and your roster is number 0 Barnabash, number 1 Dark Matter, 137 Fubar, 181 is Tank, 26 is Chemical, 50 Bull, number 6 Yogi Bear, 762 Jamunition, number 8 is Sparky, 82 Dog, 83 Nicholas Rage, 99 is Moo, and 9 is Moo, and 99 is the other Sparky, green hair Jammer Sparky, and that is Tyne and Fear in the black.
Awesome. And in the purple, we have Lincolnshire Rolling Thunder. I learned how to pronounce that just this morning. Okay, so number 007 is Tom A. Hawk. 041 Jason Slays Them. Number 13 is Finickety. 17 is Benno. 199 Dapper Fox. 21 is Toots. 247 Lil Joker. Number 3 is Sully. 316 is Skate Pliskin. 34 Danger Zone. 55 is Holy Smith. Number 6 is Broders. 60 is Jerry Attrick. 810 is Fenno, and 86 is Doug His Grave. All right, we're already ready for the action now.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us here for this exciting game. I'm not sure exactly what time it is back in England, but I think it's getting on a bit in the day. So I think there may well be a few beverages enjoyed as we just literally soak up this amazing game of roller derby in front of us.
All right, we've got some bodies on the floor. Jamming for Tyne and Fear, we have Dark Matter, and for Lincolnshire, we have Benno.
But Fenno unfortunately given a back block penalty right in front of us. So Power Jam is in favour of Tyne and Fear, and we would just be treated to Dark Matter coming around the corner.
That is a forearm penalty going to purple number 86.
Yeah, so the Rydell penalty box now having 3 of Lincolnshire sitting down in there. That's not the start they're going to want for this game. But, you know, it's literally halfway through the first jam. We have got a whole ton of roller derby for you today.
All right, and that is Dark Matter picking up 5 points for Tyne and Fear.
I think you're going to see Dark Matter jamming quite a few times. So you'll just be like, oh, it's Dark Matter again. You'll know.
If I have to guess, I'll just say his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so both teams are battling out. Rydell penalty box getting a little bit more empty now. Everybody's back on the track. Fenno and Dark Matter going toe-to-toe at the front, but Dark Matter has already picked up 14 points in this jam. Lincolnshire with the 0. I'm always in my head now correcting myself on how to say Lincolnshire. You're all rubbing off on me.
All right, so the pack has sped up. This is a tactic we're seeing a lot this weekend, actually.
If in doubt, go fast.
Yeah, well, run away from the jammers. Yeah, save your points.
What are you taught when you're little? Just run away. All right, so I would just like to take a quick set. I've got a few shout-outs to do back home for the folks in England, and I'm just going to start off with a big shout-out from Newcastle. Wanted to give Sven Malloy Be Famous a big across-the-pond love to him, and they were like, Lincoln and Tyne and Fear are playing, so why aren't you here officiating? So we're sad that you're not here with us, but we're sending you loads of love across the airways.
And now jamming for Tyne and Fear is Moo, and for Lincolnshire we have Broders.
Nice big scrum start at the front. Multiplayer has been assessed to 5-0. That's Bull for Tyne and Fear. That's their first penalty of the game. So, yeah, Bull checking into the Rydell penalty box, while Moo is at the front of the pack, been pretty much held up by Tomahawk and Little Joker.
Just barely skimming out of the front of the pack, while we have Broders coming through the pack as well, picking up 4 points, calling off the jam.
Lovely work from both teams here. Now, as we know, as you've been watching this tournament with us all weekend, these two teams have excelled themselves really with what their kind of expected rankings were and things like that. So these two teams, and I've had the absolute pleasure of speaking to them quite a lot this weekend, really pleased with the outcome of this tournament, really proud of themselves for what they've been doing, and really grateful for the love and support that they've been getting. So just really drink in this game and enjoy it, because yeah, great stuff.
Okay, back to the action. We got Sparky jamming for Tyne and Fear. Lincolnshire picking up lead just now. It is Sully.
Yeah, two Team England jammers going against each other. I think we will be treated to Team England jammer on jammer sandwich later on today, as well as we have Manchester and So Disco going up against each other. But what has that jam from Sully done to the score?
All right, he picked up 4 points for Lincolnshire. So we're at 14, Tyne and Fear, and Lincolnshire at 8. Still a close game.
And big shout out to Rydell. Thank you for supporting and sponsoring the 2018 MRDA Championships here in beautiful Salem, Oregon. Brought to you by Lane County Concussion and Bridgetown Roller Derby.
All right, the pack is bringing it to the jammers this time. We've got Skate Pliskin for Lincolnshire and Dark Matter for Tyne and Fear.
Did you see that was Dark Matter, or you're like, he's just your go-to person now?
I totally guessed.
And you guessed correctly. Nice.
He was squatted down in the back. I couldn't quite see.
You know that's only going to pay off a couple of times.
Yeah.
Loving it. So both jammers struggling a little bit at the back of the pack. Penalty bin assessed there too. Hang on, let's just double check. Okay, so Dark Matter's been recycled, because I thought he was going off to the Rydell penalty box, but he's not. But he's been greeted by quite the formidable wall of Lincolnshire blockers. Nothing picked up there in that jam for either skaters. 14 to Tyne and Fear, 8 for Lincoln. These two teams came through the same qualifiers to get here at the 2018 MRDA Championships. Played each other in the last game of qualifiers. They'd both already qualified, so it was a kind of fun game really for them to play, and obviously for us to watch. Tyne and Fear did take the win, so I'm not saying grudge match, but I'm saying Lincoln would be pretty happy to be taking home. You know, there's no medal or anything, but there's some bragging rights to be taken back, you know, in the airport.
Absolutely. And I mean, they could be playing for peanuts, and I think they played just as hard as they're playing today.
Yeah, exactly that.
And we do have Moo picking up lead for Tyne and Fear. Hitting the pack, going on the outside, picking up 4 points before calling it off.
Beautiful offense there from dog number 82, helping the jammer get through. Quick look over to the Rydell penalty box. We have Nicholas Rage sitting for Tyne and Fear, and we've got number 86. That is Doug His Grave for Lincoln. You know, I've only just worked out that what the pun on his name is. Yesterday I was like, Doug Hisgrove. So like, don't always ask me for the explanations, because it takes me a good day to get there as well.
Back to the action. Looks like Lincolnshire taking the front of the pack. They've got a great tripod going on. They're holding on to Sparky, who is jamming for Tyne and Fear. Yeah,
Sparky going up against quite a lot of his Team England teammates there in the shape of Toots and Tomahawk. Does suffer a track cut. So Lincolnshire, who are 10 points behind at the moment with Fenno jamming, a little bit of a positive breakthrough.
Yeah, maybe this is their opportunity to switch the lead to themselves.
As we said, even though this game there is no actual prize, but there is so many bragging rights on the table for the taking today.
Absolutely. And of course, Fenno picking up lead. Coming back around for some scoring points.
Rydell penalty box is currently empty. Sparky's back on the track now. Star has come off, but I mean, I think we know who Sparky is, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the green hair sticking out of his helmet. So.
A tactic could be, if you're on another team or something, is to just get some green hair and like be foxing everybody.
Yeah. Although taking that star off of your helmet, I've learned, does help a little bit. The blockers for about a split second don't realize you're the jammer, and it does help you.
And then they come past, and you're like, well, I didn't know. They didn't have the star. I can only concentrate on so many things. So that score there for Lincoln, 13 playing to 8 for Tyne and Fear. I just know we are in for the tightest game ever today.
We're going to have at least a handful of lead changes, I think.
Yeah, so make sure you've got your beverages ready. You've got the cat on standby for high-fiving because it's all going to be happening in the next hour.
All right, Broder's jamming for Lincolnshire.
But does pick up a track cut there. Did take I was kind of looking at it going, oh, I'm not sure about that. So he's in the right-out penalty box, which means your mate Dark Matters jamming again and has grabbed lead.
All right, coming back around for a scoring pass, getting some offense from his blockers. But the Lincolnshire's kind of running away with the pack right now. All right.
Oh, Dark Matters tries to slip up the inside, realises that he's actually in the infield, so resets himself and comes back round as we are treated to that beautiful side surf offense style of Mr. Dog. I like to give people a Mr. every now and again, give them a bit of authority.
Speaking of which, he did find himself a line on the inside and picked up 5 points.
Brothers breaking through the pack now, but Dartmouth has already picked up 5 points for Tyne and Fear. Coming back round, will he risk it to grab a couple of points? Tap of the hips, let's see if he did pick up anything in that pass.
Looks like they gave him 2.
Nice.
So 7-point jam for Tyne and Fear as they eke away from Lincolnshire.
And I think we are going to have an official timeout because we do have a skater down on the track at the moment. Obviously the camera isn't going to pan around there for you. And I do believe that is Dapper Fox, I do believe. I will confirm that with you in just a second. Being looked after by our fantastic medical crew here in Salem. So we will give you a report back on that injury as soon as we've got it. Looks like perhaps something to do with the shoulder, but we'll come back to that in a second. I certainly wouldn't want to speculate for you guys at home. I don't want you worrying about anybody.
Yeah, that is Dapper Fox right there.
And what we can tell you about is that we've had some statistics brought to us by our event staff, letting us know all the countries around the world that have been tuning in. So, where's my map gone? Is that
that's the map, yeah.
So we've got people joining us from around the globe. Thank you very much and hello. So we've got people from the United States, the United Kingdom, France and Canada, some of the countries that you would certainly expect to be getting some roller derby action from. But we've also got a group of people, so hello to you. I can't do an accent or even say hello in some of your languages, so I do apologise. But we've got hello to people in Denmark, Germany, Colombia, Poland, Portugal, Italy, New Zealand, kia ora to you. I do know how to say hello in New Zealand. Turkey, Qatar and Japan. So hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. I do hope you are getting on board with some of our cross-continental sayings.
All right, now we do have Moo picking up lead for Tyne and Fear. He was a quick run up the inside line there. And another run up the inside line. He picks up, can't see from the ref, I think it's 5. Yes, 5 points.
Sully shaking his head, not too happy with that one. I'm pretty sure, Sully, you're going to get plenty of opportunity to put some points on the board for yourself. The day is but young. Right, our penalty box does have one recipient in it. That is Benno for Lincoln. All of Newcastle joining us. Well, not all of them, so that'd be a bit absurd. But, you know, 4 blockers, 1 jammer.
Skate Pliskin and Sparky having a little circle round behind the 5-stride jam line before starting off into the pack.
Big hit onto Dog there by Skate Pliskin, but gets through for lead. First lead jammer for Lincoln in a couple of jams now, so they'll be very happy with that as we are treated to Pliskin's pretty trademark little shaky shoulder.
Just narrowly staying on the inside of the outside line there. He does get through and pick up another 5 points.
Yeah, Lincoln are going to be really happy with that jam. And if you're enjoying that jam at home, do join in with the Pliskin shoulder shimmy. Send us a little, maybe like a boomerang would be quite good for this. Send it over to us using the hashtag MRDA Championships 2018. We want to see those shimmies. Get the cat to do it. You know you want to.
Getting ready for our next lineup here. We've got number 13 for Lincolnshire. That's Finickety. And I'm just going to throw it out there, Dark Matter again for Tyne and Fear.
Yeah, Dark Matter really does put the jam in, the double shift, the night shift, the day shift, the extra long shift. Dark Matter is here to do some jamming for sure.
Almost making it on the outside line. He was recycled by Benno. I am seeing that he was awarded lead.
Yeah, Dark Matter is your lead jammer at the moment, as Lincolnshire have bringing that score ever closer, 22 taking on 30. But Dark Matter is in control of this jam, so as Finikity's coming around the bend, he might call it off, or he might just let Finikity do an apex jump. Who am I to say?
Oh, Little Joker was trying to get a track cut call on Dark Matter. Ref says no. So he, Benno hits him to the outside and drags him back again. Finikity is making his scoring pass through the pack. He picks up 4.
Yeah, so let's have a quick look at that score there. Lincolnshire now with 26, Tyne and Fear with 30. Just double checking that. Yeah, there was no score there for Tyne and Fear, so Lincolnshire only 3 points away from taking the lead. Sorry, just adjusting my chair. Sound like I was jumping up and down then. And I've got a couple of shout outs for you. So Lincoln want to give a massive shout out to Gaz and Custard. Sounds like a weird dessert. I don't really know what all that's about, but they want to send so much love from the LRT boys back home to Gaz and Custard.
All right, Moo jamming for Tyne and Fear does try to give Benno a harder time before they go across the jam line.
Big hit there from Holy Schmidt on to Moo, but it was in vain, as Moo is now at the front of the pack, grabbing lead for Tyne and Fear. But, you know, Fenno is pretty hot on his heels.
And our pack is running away to save their points.
Bit of pivot on pivot there. Doug and Dog, 2 words that sound really similar as I tried to say them together. Kind of tripping over each other, but everybody's up and back and having a good time.
They are awarding 3 points to Lincolnshire and 1 to Tyne and Fear. It is a 1-point game.
Oh my God! Make sure you've got your frosty beverages ready, folks at home, because we are just literally millimeters away from a lead change. So prepare yourselves.
A lot of the games this weekend have been that way. It's like they take turns being in first.
It's been great.
So many close games.
Some tournaments you get absolute blowouts, kind of like game after game. But we've been, thank you Derby Gods for bringing this together and giving us some nice close matchups. There really have been some edge of your seat moments. I'm pretty sure Twitter has been populated with the Kermit the Frog gif, like chewing on his fingernails. I don't know if frogs have fingernails, but you know what I mean.
Now Sparky does take advantage of the fact that Broders was sent to the penalty box, picking up lead for Tyne and Fear.
Little Joker going off to the Rydal penalty box as well to join his jammer, so Sparky's got even more, or even less, sorry, to deal with. Even more good, even less to work with. There you go, there's some basic words for you all.
And Sparky, 1 toe stop did hit on the outside of the line there. It gets called on a track cut and sit to the Rydal penalty box. I think Broders did serve all 30 seconds of his time, so it'll be 30 seconds for Sparky too.
Oh, lovely spinny action there from Broders coming through, grabbing. Is that his initial pass? I believe it was. These packs are moving so fast. I literally look away for 1 second and I'm like, oh, a whole pass has just happened.
And with a no pass, no penalty. Looks like Kim McAll is being sent to the Rydal penalty box. So Tyne and Fear is down to 3 blockers.
Oh, big apex jump there from Broders. Kind of met the backside of Sparky the blocker as he kind of did that jump. But safe, clean and legal, so everybody carry on. And what has happened to the score?
All right. I believe that is what we call a lead change.
Grab your beverage, high five the cat, do whatever it is you need to do. Do a shoulder shimmy. Let's have a look. But yeah, Lincolnshire now with 39 to Tyne and Fear's 36. Whoosh. And score update there. Oh, there we go. So 13 points picked up in that jam for Lincoln with the 43. Tyne and Fear now in the reverse position with 9 points picked up. 40 points on the board. Little look over there to the Lincoln bench being looked after by the fantastic Bethlord and Shiv. And over on our Newcastle bench, we've got Spangled looking after everything, and Sniper. Sorry, for a minute a name blanked out of my head.
Sully trying to get through the pack. There is a penalty assessed on Black 83. That's Nicholas Rage. Sully picking up lead.
Yeah, Sully's grabbed lead, coming around the pack now, looking for offense. Gets given it by Doug Hisgrave. Beautiful work there. As Dart Matter is struggling a little bit at the back of this pack, thanks to this beautiful tripod being led by Benno.
And there is an out-of-play call, so they have to let Sully go.
Just a quick mention, shout out there to Dapper Fox is back up on the track. I am pretty confident in saying he had to sit out his 3 penalty call jams, and he's back on. It doesn't look like whatever the problem was is causing him any issues now. So wonderful to see Dapper Fox back on the track with us.
Sully's through for another 5 points. It's a 15-point jam now for Lincolnshire.
And I believe this is the biggest jam we've had so far in this game.
I think you're correct.
Nice. So Lincolnshire now storming out in front with 58, taking on 40. Normally a lead advantage like that wouldn't be a storm above, but in this game, this has been the furthest away we've been.
19-point jam for Lincolnshire. Wow. All right, that is the biggest one of our game.
Right, our penalty box is currently empty, which is wonderful to see. All of our skaters now deciding, do they want 5-side jam line, or do they want vault 31 pivot line, or do we want a timeout instead?
Let's have an official timeout.
So your official timeout will be happening, and this is a perfect opportunity to shout out to our wonderful officials. So your on-skate officials are Darth Blink, oh wow, how am I going to say this? Nitsugi. Nitsugi? Go up at the end like it's a question. It doesn't matter. This is another name I really struggle to say. Alan your grill.
All in your grill.
Like you need the American twang to say it right. I'm just like Alan's
so.
Grill. Robin you blind, PK Biddy, Captain Dantastic, and Dally Gaff, your on-skate officials.
Lovely. All right, and this is our NSOs here. Melotrauma, Jack Attack, Zoonotic, William Moore, Snippy Snap, Margie Ram, Lady Sharknado, Crystal Vice, and Goldie Gloves. Back to the action.
Yes, so we have one blocker in the shape of Dog for the Tyne in the Rydell penalty box. We've got Skate Pliskin and Moo coming up against each other. Lead jammer has not yet been given.
There's several penalties being called right now. There is a track cut on
both jammers
on Moo and Scapeless, and so they're going to go have a seat, get back up, run out.
Yeah, so barely worth sitting down, really. But there you go.
It's more of a squat.
You got to do it, though. You got to report in. You got to sit down. I remember, like, back in the day, it used to be like, make the meat hit the seat, which is a really awful saying, but it is correct. You need to be sitting down.
We always said cheeks and seats.
Nice.
It's a little cuter, but
yeah, it's a little bit cuter.
All right, Skate Plisking making it through the pack. Looks like Moo is still working on that inside line.
Beautiful defense there from Benno and Tomahawk. Tomahawk almost taking his top off. I don't know if that's a tactic, but there you go.
Almost got him on that outside line. So close.
But beautiful defense here from both teams. And we're just enjoying looking at, we've got Bull and we have got, who else have we got? We've got Dog and we've got Fuba. Oh, big friendly fire collision there. Jammer and offense, just kind of a touch of mistimings.
Moo trying to get past. He does take a hit from Tomahawk, but it doesn't stop him from moving on. We've
got a tiny bit of blind spot right in front of us, exactly where that action happened. So we both kind of were like on a roller coaster, like, whoa, where's the action?
Let's pick up our heads, hop over the computer screen.
And our computer screens and technologies all been brought to us by the wonderful production team made up from Lane County. So guys and girls in orange, thank you very much.
Yes.
Well, actually at the moment we've just got all female crew right now, haven't we? So holler out. Yeah, we're all hollering. Timeout now being called by Tyne and Fear as we have a look at the scores. 11 points picked up in that last jam for Tyne and Fear, so they're in the 51 position. 3 points picked up by Lincolnshire, Lincoln, with 65.
I think I've heard Lincolnshire pronounced 5 different ways this weekend.
Yeah.
There's
Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire.
Oh, Lincolnshire is good.
I heard that one earlier.
Lincolnshire. There's quite a few different pronunciations of Toulouse has happened as well.
Oh, yeah, I've heard Toulouse.
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 Toulouse is my favourite. Like, that is just so bad. Toulouse.
It's so much fun hanging out in an international crowd, finding all the little differences between our languages.
Yeah, it's been really fun. People have been like, ask the English girl. I'm like, freaking ambassador or something. I mean, I'll be at the UN, I'm sure, tomorrow. Not really. Quick shot over to the Lincoln bench there. Beth Lord looking after all the team, making sure that they're not misbehaving.
All right, Lincolnshire lining up at the Vault 31 pivot line. Got a nice tripod there.
And we can just see Nicholas Rage, no poker face whatsoever, just eyeing up that tripod like, guess who's the offense?
Sparky juking past number 86 to pick up lead for Tyne and Fear.
And we were treated to a finickety apex jump there, very nice. Now demanding that his pack speeds up. All the power he holds.
Everybody run away!
Run away! There's
Save
donuts!
your points.
There's donuts over here!
And at the end of that jam, it looks like no points are being awarded.
So the score stays at 65 Lincoln, 51 for Tyne and Fear. 9 minutes left to go in this first period. Everything to play for because it's called bragging rights, which means Twitter, social media, whatever it is, will just be firing up, as well, I'm sure, at the after party where we will do the age-old tradition of a dance-off.
All right, jamming for Tyne and Fear is Dark Matter. For Lincolnshire, we've got Finno. Both are still at the, looks like they're at the back of the pack still.
Yeah, beautiful, kind of like 8-person rugby scrum going on. Not really sure, I mean, kind of whose arm is with whose. Everyone's kind of joining on with each other, which as a player, I'm sure you'll know as well. Sometimes you're like, I'm just going to hold on to this skate. I know they're not on my team, but they're really supporting me right now.
As long as they don't notice.
Or sometimes you're like, that hand is not one of my teammates. Support each other out there. Make an 8-person, what's an 8-person tripod? An octopod.
Everybody just swinging around in a circle.
It's because they need to get the octopod together. If you would like to see an octopod, use the hashtag MRDA Championships 2018 and let us know. Or if you've got 8 people watching together at your watch party, create an octopod.
Another boomerang opportunity.
Or if there's 16 of you. I can't do any more 8 math table though.
Nah, I don't know what the word for that is.
So we can only have 16 people maximum.
Yeah. Okay, there was 1 point awarded in that last jam. Tyne and Fear now is up. 2 points. 54.
Sneaky.
All right, mood jamming for Tyne and Fear and Broders for Lincolnshire. It is Broders that picks up lead. Moose. Oh, go ahead. Moose getting recycled to the back.
Right, our penalty box is empty, so everybody's on the track now helping. Nicholas Rage, the offense master, coming in, but it was with a little bit too much force, and he's been sent to the radar penalty box.
Meanwhile, Broders picked up 5 points. Ooh. And an apex jump for another. Is that a 5? Yes, that's a 5.
75 points here on the scoreboard for Lincoln. Beautiful work here by Broders, been helped out, of course, by his team. Yorkie Bear, last line of defence at the front of the pack. Recycling Broders now to the back. Moo is also in the recycling position, thanks to Doug Hisgrove.
Broders trying another try at the outside line. Kim McGall says no.
Not this time, son.
VIP only, sir. All right, that is, I think it's a 20-point jam? Or is it 15? He's holding up 5. Waiting on the scoreboard, people. All right.
Let's go with it.
Let's go with 15. All right. Lincolnshire at 80.
It's like we're haggling with the jam ref. Come on. How much for cash?
All right. So that is officially 15 points for Lincolnshire. And that makes 80 to 54 right now.
We almost got another octopod there. I'm totally
Oh.
using this phrase now.
Sully kicking Sparky off the track and recycling him back.
Sparky too busy looking at the octopod, and Sully kicks him out. I like that expression as well. Kicks him out.
Octopod.
Get out of here.
Oy. After taking 2 hits, Sparky does pick up lead for Tyne and Fear.
Lincoln's tripod of doom coming back there to meet Sparky with quite the gusto. Being brought to you by Tomahawk, Little Joker and Toots. Big shout out to Toots' dog, who is watching and loving watching his
Aw.
master. Going, where's Daddy? I can hear him and see him, but I can't stroke him.
Sully is right behind Sparky. After giving him a little bit of trouble, he decides, you know what, let's just call this one off.
Sparky doing the most politest call off ever, like literally like, I'm tapping my hips now, sir.
All right, there's a call for an official review.
And I think this is an actual official review because our head ref is calling in the skaters. We will bring you that official review shortly. Obviously, the skaters and bench crew need to have a chat first. And then we'll bring that with you using technology that
There's a
we've
lot
been
of
put in
tech.
control of, which is slightly scary.
Yeah, I think this is the knob right here.
Moo using his hands to tell a story. Look at that. So visual. Look at the concentration on everyone's face as well. Tomahawk's not looking. I feel like there's so many opportunities for like memes and gifs and stuff in these situations.
Definitely.
But we should probably do a sponsor read
Oh, yeah,
instead.
let's do that. All right, right now we're looking at the Lincolnshire Apex Wellness Centered bench.
Nice.
Yes, I did one. All right. Their ad is jump over to the Apex Wellness Center. They do have a booth here. They're doing readjustments for teams. It's great.
Nice.
Go out there and get your back.
Cracked.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible, but that is what you need to be.
It does sound bad, but people love it. All
Yeah.
right, here we go.
All right, so we didn't pick that up as clearly as perhaps we would have liked to have done. I did hear the expression cut, call, which are quite good words. You know, if you're only going to pick up a few in official review, that's kind of like some of the important ones. Now we can watch the refs reenact the hand movements that Moo did a minute ago. It's like Chinese whispers, pass it on. The teams on the track just having a chat with each other. But secretly they're like, I'm taking you down.
We're seeing some high fives, some hugs.
The head referee is just going back to the skaters to let them know what's going on. And once that's happened, we will know what's going on. Moo's hand movements are being used again.
No.
Okay, so we didn't quite catch that. We're going to try and bring that to you as soon as we can. There's no adjustments to anything on the track, though, apart from some track repair, which has been done. So thank you to our wonderful volunteers. No jammers going in or out of the radar penalty box. So I would caution a guess that whatever that was all about is not happening. But we'll, of course, bring that to you when we know, rather than just me guessing words out of the sky.
I guess they're doing one more quick look over the track, making sure everything is set.
Using the time wisely while we've got it. And a big shout out to everybody back at home watching. Don't forget, you will be able to see these teams coming back up against each other in about a month's time. We'll all be heading up back to Newcastle for the same type of stuff, really. Some cracking MRDA roller derby.
All right, we're off again. Skate Pliskin jamming for Lincolnshire and Dark Matter for Tyne and Fear. Dark Matter at the front of the pack.
Pliskin looking for offense there from Geriatric, who was kind of busy doing defense, but it still worked to manage to do both at the same time. Pliskin is through for lead. Dark Matter has gone into literally the danger zone where we can't see anything, but did pick up a track cut, so Dark Matter will be in the radar penalty box for a maximum of 30 seconds, unless he does something naughty while he's in there and gets another one.
Yeah.
But Dark Matter wouldn't dare.
No, he wants to get back out on that track and score some points.
Yeah.
All right, Skate Pliskin. That is his first time through? I thought, yeah. All right, so that's 5 points for Skate Pliskin and Lincolnshire.
Couple of blockers making their way to the Rydell penalty box. That is Nicholas Rage.
And the other Sparky giving Skate Pliskin a hard time at the end of the pack, but he does make it through, picks up another 5 points.
I can't quite see who has gone to the penalty box for Lincoln. I think it may well be Danger Zone, but I'll bring that to you in a sec. So Lincolnshire.
The pivot. I know that. The pivot. Oh, yeah. He's standing now. Yeah, you're right.
I always am. I'm only joking. Normally I'm like wrong and everyone has to correct me.
All right, Sparky and Chemical hitting Skate Pliskin pretty hard to the outside. He calls off the jam. But he did get 2 more points.
Pliskin looks like he's had a bit of hand trouble. I don't know if someone fell on it or he's fallen on it a little bit funny. But no injury, like call-offs or anything, so he's just going to go back to the bench, probably stick his hand in a nice bucket of ice. But all we do have up here is buckets of donuts, so you decide which one you think's better or worse. Donuts will win.
That was a 13-point jam for Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire ever so close to getting that slapped century mark. 3 minutes left to go in this first period. Will they be able to do it? Moo's got a few things to say about that as he is through for lead for Tyne and Fear. For Nicotine, hot on his heels, chasing him down like he is and this is just a quick reference for everyone back at home, chasing him down like a fat hippo burger.
Wow.
It's a proper Newcastle thing. So
that's a new one for me.
It only works in Newcastle or if you're Blitzkrieg.
So again, we're seeing the pack running away from the jammers, trying to protect their points. Jammers hoping they can pick up enough speed. The Lincolnshire blockers are mostly towards the back of the pack, so I think that's why Moo is trying to pursue it more. But Finnickety getting a bit of a whip. And it looks like 1 and 1.
Oh, nice. So we did a nice speed skate, and then everyone earned a point. So 94 taking on 60. 2 minutes left to go in this first period. Lincolnshire in the driving seat at the moment as we're treated to a quick shot at everybody's bench, brought to you by the Apex Wellness Centre.
Looks like Benno is at the 5-stride jammer line. Sparky is pacing back and forth, getting ready for our start here.
Nice bit of offense at the front of the pack there from Yorkie Bear, but unfortunately Doug Hisgrave has sent Sparky flying back for some recycling. While Fenno uses those toe stop skills that he's got, bursts his way around the outside, throws Chemical to the floor. I mean, legally, obviously. Yeah. And comes through, grabs lead. Very nice.
All right, Sparky trying to put some pressure on Fenno now. And the pack is running away, trying to save their points.
Fenno coming through. Let's have a little quick look there. 1 point has been picked up by Fenno for Lincoln, taking them to 95. Goose egg for Tyne and Fear, though, as they are still stuck on that 60. Let's not forget last time, I believe it was last time, but I'm sure someone will correct me. Last time these two teams met up, it was Tyne and Fear who took the lead. Back at home in, where was it? I've gone an absolute blank. I cannot remember where it was.
Well, Lincolnshire is definitely looking for some redemption today. Looks like they're going to get it. Broder's picking up lead.
Sorry. I was just like, I don't remember where it was.
It was in Halifax.
It was in Halifax.
All right. So Broder's picking up lead for Lincolnshire, trying to get that redemption we just talked about. Running right into the pack. Dark Matter getting hit to the inside by Benno and who is that?
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
The dude with the pink leggings.
Yes, he's the only one in pink leggings. That'll be easy to remember. I do love pink leggings on a man.
It's a strong look. It's a strong look, Cotton.
Take notes. Oh, Dark Matter taking another big hit to the outside. Benno and Tomahawk just almost like school bullies.
Dark Matter can take it, though. He's got springy legs. He's back up. He's getting a bit more action. But he has been greeted by Tomahawk and Toots at the back of the pack, while Brothers is just casually racking up 15 points.
Little Joker has to let him go.
So Brothers there with the 15 points. We were so excited talking about Halifax and stuff that we did not notice Lincolnshire slapping that century. So give yourselves a high five. High five me. Yay.
There we go.
Lovely.
19-point jam for Lincolnshire. We are going into halftime with Lincolnshire at 114 and Tyne at 60.
Right, we will be back with you in about 10 minutes, so make sure that you would refresh your beverages. Send us some social media using the hashtag MRDA Championships 2018, and we will see you shortly.
All right. All right, everyone, welcome back. We do have a little bit of statistics for you that we picked up from the first half. Let's see now. Looking at times that the teams got lead, Tyne got it 11, and Lincolnshire got it 10 times. So pretty even there. As far as jammer penalties, both teams just have 4. So doing really
nice.
Good. Overall penalties, even on like the blockers, everything. I don't think we have anybody over 4 penalties. Yeah, 4 is the highest.
Yeah, 4 is the highest. Nicholas Rage for Tyne with that accolade, I suppose. I don't really know what to call it. Something to be proud of, Nicholas, is it? So stay with us, everybody. Stay with us, skaters. Hello and welcome back to the 2018 MRDA Championships here in beautiful Salem, Oregon, US of A. I'm Very Cherry.
I'm Brutiful.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. As we said, we are watching Lincolnshire taking on Tyne. Lincolnshire currently in the driving seat with 114 points. Tyne with 60. So pretty close game. We have had one lead change, I believe.
Yes, just one, and that was, I think, jam 18-ish.
Yeah, just say with confidence and then everyone will believe us.
18.
18. It was a good jam. It was a good, strong year. But I think we may well be in for a couple more lead changes. Both the teams, as I said, wanted to do big shout outs back to everyone at home, and thank you so much for the support. We've got both of these teams really are supported so well. Newcastle have Newcastle Roller Girls as well. Lincolnshire, really strong teams being built up around them as well. So beautiful to see. And, you know, UK and Euro roller derbies really come out in force to support. So,
all right, so we're getting ready to come back to the action. It's about 15 seconds till halftime is over. Both teams are on the track and ready to go. Dark Matter and who is that? That's Fenno.
I can't say, that light has just blinded me. So we have a light that comes on for when we do that bit where you have to look at our faces, and I just looked at it. It's like a laser in my eye. So for the next 10 minutes, I just have to make stuff up while I see stars.
All right, here we go. We're off. Fenno and Darkmar are hitting the back of the pack pretty hard.
Rydell penalty box did have one person in that, but they have come back out to join us. That is Barnabash for Newcastle, but now back in the penalty box. Sorry, for Lincolnshire is number 199. That is Dapper Fox.
Meanwhile, Dark Matter did pick up lead for Tyne and Fear. Lincolnshire at the back of the pack.
Lead has, as you said, gone to Tyne and Fear and Dark Matter, but no initial pass has been made yet. Fenno finally through now. Dark Matter coming round. He is the lead jammer, so could call it off, but looks like he's going to run this one down.
Yeah, I think he's feeling pretty good after dodging Dougie's grave like that.
Yeah, go on, Dark Matter. You're feeling yourself. You carry on. If I was jamming, I'd get to about 6 seconds and be like, can I call it off now? And there we go. Dark Matter is in control of this jam. Picks up his 8 points and calls it off and pops back home. But Lincolnshire picked up 6 points in that jam, taking their score to 120. 8-6 in that jam, or 120 to 68 Tyne and Fear. As in 68 points to Tyne and Fear, Lincoln 120. I realise I said that like the wrong way around.
Now, Tyne and Fear does have one blocker that is in the box. He is standing, though, so they're going to be at a little bit of a pack disadvantage to start out, but not for long.
And then we will see Barnabash coming out of the penalty box. Will he come in and Barnabash everybody out of the way? Brothers is through for lead, while Moo is stuck behind Tomahawk's pink leggings. Can't see anything but pink.
Barnabash coming in, giving some offense for Moo. Looks like it's going to work. Well, it almost worked for him. He got pushed to the inside, though.
The offense did work, but then Tomahawk got involved.
Yes.
And then that was the end of that.
He tomahawked around and push Dark Matter in.
Rydell penalty box currently empty, which is fantastic to see. We've got tripods happening at the front, tripods happening, well, only one. Tripod at the front, tripod at the back. But Brothers is through, picking up his second scoring pass. 10 points already on the clock for him.
And after assessing the situation, he decides, you know what, 10's pretty good.
Did have a star pass over to Dog at the end of that jam. Wasn't able to do anything with it. We do currently have a few skaters talking to our head official in the middle, so we will bring you something on that if we get to know more about it. I'm sure our fantastic officials will bring it to us, and big shout out to our wonderful officials. 5 seconds has been called, but that.
Then we decided to have a timeout. It looks like an official timeout. Okay, so there is one of the jam refs is holding up 3 for Lincolnshire.
Yeah, so now we can see Lincolnshire with 13 points on that last pass. I was like, why is the jam ref signaling points at the start of a jam? That's not a thing. Has roller derby changed since I looked out the window?
Maybe he's psychic. He's like, I know this is going to be a 3. All right, starting out Sully for Lincolnshire and Moo for Tyne and Fear. Moo is in the box at the moment.
Yeah, so Sully does have the run of the mill to himself. Without having statistics to my hand, I think I am correct in saying that Sully was the highest scoring jammer for Lincoln in that last period.
Yeah.
And, you know, Sully, he's done a bit of jamming before. He's knocked up 1 or 2 points for his respective Lincoln and Team England teams. Does a little spin around the outside there. We have got I can't see who you are. That was number 3 doing some wonderful work at the front of the pack there. I said number 3, but I don't have a 3 on my list, so I'm going to go with that was Fubar 137. You know, I told you how I knew who everyone was, so I was lying.
Dapper Fox drawing Moo back to the back of the pack again. But he does tiptoe on the inside line and gets through.
Yeah, beautiful work there from Moo. Sully is in the lead, is in control of this jam, already picking up 10 points for Lincoln, 14 more points grabbed there. So the jam ref was wrong. There wouldn't be 3 points in this jam scored. There'll be loads, 14 indeed. I'm, of course, joking. The jam ref was signaling points for the previous jam. We're not doing some weird place your bets now.
All right, Skate Pliskin and Moo. Was that Moo?
Sparky.
That looks like Sparky. Oh, I only see one of the 9s on the 9-9. So
just look at the green hair.
Yeah.
Look at her.
I should.
But I get what you mean. After a bit, all the numbers kind of roll into one.
Skate Pliskin does pick up lead for Lincolnshire.
You'll literally be dreaming numbers, whistles, track cuts.
There is a forearm call on Toots. He is going to the Rydell penalty box.
Toots, one of the names that I had to be asked how to pronounce it. Is it Toots or Toots? And I really wanted to say it incorrectly just to wind him up, but there you go. Toots. Skate Pliskin coming around now. Sparky, the blocker, trying to do some defense, but it was a little bit in vain. But Barnabash did manage to grab his hips onto Pliskin and push him out of play, but Pliskin, does come back round, grabbing 15 points for Lincoln. Very happy with that. Oh, he even looked into the camera, bless him. Did you see those eyes?
He did it again.
Work that camera, baby.
The
Camera
only thing
loves you.
missing was the wink.
Oh, we got a little wink there from Beth Lord, so loving your work. What lovely teamwork that was. NSOs looking stern, as they should, concentrating faces.
All right, lining it up for Tyne and Field. Looks like Dark Matters up there, and Finickety for Lincolnshire.
Where are you going, son?
Well,
what's happening?
he got off.
Sparky's
because
in
Sparky's in the box. Yeah.
I don't know whether that was a tactic or something, but it certainly foxed me. Not that is difficult to do.
Well, it's not like we haven't seen something similar to that in other tournaments recently.
You know who we're talking about.
Yeah. All right, Finickety working at the front of the pack. Tank giving him a hard time. Barnabash assisting.
Sparky coming up to the back of the Lincolnshire pack, Geriatric and Dapper Fox coming to greet him like a beautiful welcoming party. We've also got Danger Zone in there as well, but I say welcoming party, it's pretty horrible really, isn't it? Welcome to my wall.
Oh, Finickety trying for an apex jump. But Fubar says nope.
Not today.
Sparky is out of the box and onto the track, and he is through the back.
Finickety doing some toe stop work around the inside, being held up by Dougie's grave, like, come on, we can do this.
Ooh, lots of claps, look. Lots of fist pumps. Everybody's still pretty psyched out there.
Yeah. Everybody chugging a beer. Okay, no one's chugging a beer on the track as far as
No.
God, I wish I was. I mean, it's really early here. What time is it? Like 10:30 or something in the morning?
It's close to lunchtime.
Yeah, but back home it's bar time.
Yeah.
Not
5 o'clock somewhere.
Not that I'm on any time zone at the moment. So I've got no clue what is going on or where I am.
All right, Nicholas Rage jamming for Tyne and Fear. But it is Fenno who gets lead for Lincolnshire.
What? Nicholas Rage? I didn't mean to be rude. I thought you'd made an error then. I was like, Nicholas Rage jamming? Hello. We don't see this very often.
No.
Not where we're from. We don't see this very often. So I'm loving this. Someone on Twitter will be like, oh, he jams all the time.
Now, this is the 4th team I've seen. They take someone who almost always only blocks. They put him out there as a jammer. It worked out for Vancouver the other day, and I think Texas did it as well.
Was that when Vancouver put, is it Big
Sexy?
Yeah.
And he got, I think, the 2nd highest scoring jam of the game.
I mean, he's a big dude. I imagine it's pretty hard to stop him. So, yeah, good tactical play. And I love it when you get that, like, jammer rotation thrown out of the window and it's like, let's put some muscle on.
Let's mix it up. Also giving your regular jammers some rest. Fenno getting a penalty. It looks like a forearm.
Yeah, so Nicholas Rage, who has now removed the start from his helmet. We do have a dog at the back of the pack there, pivot ready, doing the kind of side surf, which basically says, I'm ready for a start pass.
And
Start pass shop is open, baby. I'm getting a bit excited now using weird words again.
All right, dog now donning this, about to don the star on his helmet. There we go. Trying to pick up some points off of Lincolnshire now.
Dog with the star. Isn't that like, okay, I was going to make a reference that no one else will get, but I'm sure that's a Suede album. Dog Man Star. All right, I'm just now saying really random things. Remember earlier when I shouted Halifax at your face?
I'm just assuming it's a culture thing, and it's really great.
Throw some Americanisms in for your country folk.
All right, jam being called off. That was 15 for Lincolnshire and 3 for Tyne and Fear.
Looking at our world map that we've been provided with, we do have people listening from the United States, United Kingdom, France, Canada, Australia, Belgium, Finland, Argentina, Netherlands and Mexico. So hello to you all. Hopefully you can understand what we're rabbiting on about, or just enjoying the visual roller derby in front of your very eyes, because this game has been pretty cracking.
All right, all the blockers. Okay, never mind that. Dark Matter is lead. I was going to make a comment on something else, but then
comment away.
Happened. Yeah.
Dark Matter will get lead again, so we can come back to him if we have to.
And an apex jump. Dark Matter picks up 4 points.
Do you think that Dark Matter was like, right, I'm going to put Nicholas Rage out. I'm having a rest because I've got something to bring out right now.
Yeah, maybe he was having like a pep talk, drinking a Coke.
Well, whatever he did, it certainly worked, because
absolutely
Dark Matter's already put up 4 points onto the Tyne and Fear board.
And that makes 9.
Nice. However, Lincolnshire really are running away with the scoreboard. We were quite close for quite a while, even going into the half-time, but we now see 182 for Lincolnshire, 80 for Tyne and Fear. But Dark Matter is putting in the business, grabbing 9 points in those first 2 passes. Doesn't grab anything in that last pass, but Lincoln only picking up 3. So Dark Matter and Tyne and Fear, lovely stuff. Nice bird's eye view here of the Tyne and Fear box. We've got Sniper and Spangle there looking after proceedings, doing an excellent job.
Blockers kind of buffling around for position here right before the jam starts.
Yeah, we had Dog and Toots fighting for authority of the inside line.
Dog getting a penalty. I believe that was a forearm.
Yeah, so that takes Dog to 3 penalties. Penalties, as you said at the start of this, not really causing anyone any trouble. The highest penalties scored are still Nicholas Rage and Barnabash with 4 each. And Lincolnshire, the highest we've got is a 3, and that is number 6. That is Brothers.
Speaking of Brothers, he does get pushed to the outside. Sparky's recycling him way back.
But which Sparky is it? Because what's confusing now is Blocker Sparky. He's got like a green bandana under his helmet or something.
Maybe he's trying to camouflage to look like
the other
Jammer
Sparky.
I don't know.
Like, I'm sure that's tactical and stuff, but that's not helping us out.
Not me, not at all. All right, we got 5 points up there for Lincolnshire.
Probably worth a quick mention, actually. Sparky the Jammer is quite a recent transfer over to Tyne and Fear. So it wasn't like they all sat down and went, let's do similar names. Sparky was with Southern Discomfort, who we will be seeing on the track in one game's time. So got this game, got another one, and then we'll be seeing So Disco versus NWO, and it's going to be a showdown.
All right, Sully getting pushed to the outside. Jammunition trying to bump him off. He's unsuccessful. Sully picks up lead for Lincolnshire.
But Dapper Fox does get a penalty while all this was happening. So he's in the Rydell penalty box. Moo coming around now looking for some points, but unfortunately for him, Jam is called off by who was jamming? Can't remember because it was ages ago. It was like literally a minute ago. 4 points picked up there for Lincoln for the jammer that I cannot remember. Taking their score to 194. Tyne Fear on 80. 16 minutes to go.
I think Tank got a penalty right at the end of that jam. He was the one that hit the jammer out.
Okay, so 1 apiece in the Rydell penalty box. Pliskin up against Dark Matter. Dark Matter running up the inside like no tomorrow. Grabbing lead, much needed lead here for Tyne Fear. Are we going to see a little reverse fortune? Oh, I take a little breath then. I was like, no. Are we going to see a little change of fortune? And let's have a look at a thing. What have you pressed? Someone's pressed a button.
All right.
Luckily, that was some stats that came up and not like your private cat collection pictures. Is there anything on these computers that we... Okay, we're all good. No internet search history is going to come up during the game. Well, let's hope so. Otherwise, Lane County might be in a bit of trouble. But fantastic jam there for Tyne Fear while we were discussing what should or should not be on the internet. 7 points picked up there for Dark Matter. Wonderful work there. Empty Rydell penalty box. 194 taking on 87.
We've got Sparky jamming for Tyne Fear and Finickety for Lincolnshire.
Looks like the Octopod is back in action. Everybody right up against the 5-stride jam line. No one wanting to come up to the Vault 31 pivot line. And luckily nobody in the Rydell penalty box.
Right. Well, that's about to change.
Obviously, because I just said it.
Jerry is going to the Rydell penalty box. It looks like for a multiplayer call.
Also joining him is Sparky Blocker person. So 1 apiece in the Rydell penalty box. So it's kind of like the start where there was no penalties because there's 1 each.
Finickety does have lead, picks up 4 points for Lincolnshire.
Dapper Fox there with his arms in the air like a crazy carpet salesperson. Do you know what those are? Like those like vacuum doll things with their arms in the air?
Oh, yes. I've seen those.
Whenever someone recycles, I'm just like, carpet sale! But it was ineffective because Sparky was fine and jumped back on track.
Oh, it looks like that was Bull giving Finickety a big hit to the outside.
Love it when skaters live up to their skate names.
Mm-hmm. Who did that big hit? Well, his name is Bull.
So,
of course it
go
is.
figure.
All right, at the end of that jam, looks like they're giving Lincolnshire... No, they're giving Tyne Fear 3 points, so that was a 3-4 jam.
Oh, Lincolnshire 2 points away from... Oh, no. Let me back myself up a sec.
That is 8.
Lincolnshire grabbing the octo score of 8. I'm like, become obsessed now. Slapping that double century. So high five twice.
Yes, 2-2.
2:02 for Lincolnshire. Tyne in 5th, picking up 3 points, getting them to 90. 13 minutes left to go in this game. Oh, it's a good one. We're loving it.
Moo picking up lead almost immediately.
Yeah.
Lots of big hits going on in the pack right now.
Oh, it's all happening.
All at once. People tripping over, down people. The pack has gone crazy.
It's like everyone just like, let's just go for it.
Everybody's skating. Everybody's hitting everybody. Okay, it's starting to slow down. Jam is called off. Were there any points awarded? Looks like one. 1 point for Tyne and Fear.
Yeah, 1 point for Tyne and Fear there. So 91 taken on 202. Big shout out to Rydell. Thank you for sponsoring the 2018 MRDA Championships. And big thank you to all you folks at home who have tuned in to watch us. Watch parties, I know for sure, going on across the UK. I've been treated to photos and people letting me know what's going on. So hello to you all and thank you for joining us and thank you for supporting Roller Derby because we're all a little bit obsessed by it.
All right, jamming for Lincolnshire is Broders and for Tyne and Fear is Dark Matter. Broders was through the pack? Okay, Dark Matter picking up lead. Looks like Sparky the blocker, who happens to be the pivot this time, is going to the Rydell penalty box.
Oh, lovely inside work there for Dark Matter. Didn't quite catch who helped him with that offense, so credit to you, mystery blocker.
Tank hitting Broders to the outside, having him recycle back. He does juke around him to get through this time.
Big hit there onto Dark Matter by Geriatric, doing a big old-fashioned shoulder barge into the jammer, sending him into the inside. Sometimes the old tricks are just the best.
Tyne and Fear almost making it past the 100 mark. 99. Lincolnshire at 206.
Timeout being called by Newcastle. Tyne and Fear, sorry. The head of
there it is.
The official's just shouting undo. I don't know what that meant. I'm assuming it's for the clock.
All right, so
that gives me opportunity while this is happening to tell you about Vault 31. A fun fact, they are owned by a Bridgetown skater, and Vault 31 is your destination for roller derby watch parties, esports, music, and more. Visit vault31bar.com for more information.
Speaking
Sounds
of
like a good place to go.
Another one of our sponsors is Southside Speakeasy.
Sounds like a place I want to go.
You can later today.
I shall. We will be going for speakeasy style drinks. You folks at home, unless you're listening in the local vicinity, not invited because you should have come over here to Oregon. It only took 17 hours.
There will not be cameras at the after party, unfortunately. Sorry.
What? We're not live streaming the after party?
No.
Oh. I mean,
no. You gotta come. You gotta be here to enjoy it.
Gotta be in it to win it.
Looks like we're about to get started again. All the refs are taking their places.
All right, so Sully and Sparky, Team England cohorts back on the jam line together.
The pack moving towards the jammers. Dog hitting Sully to the outside.
Both jammers are caught in a bit of friendly fire as well as opposition blockers coming at them. Sparky doing the offense for Sparky, but we've got number 17, that is Benno, recycling Sparky to the back of the pack, while Sully, one last set of hips in the case of Nicholas Rage to get past and is through for lead. Sparky, are we going to see a Sparky star pass?
Well, he's taking it off his helmet.
And Sparky is the pivot. Oh, there we go.
Sparky to Sparky pass. There we go.
Oh, things are happening. So Sparky, the jammer, who was the pivot, is now the jammer, is going to the penalty box
like
for
a
forearm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to feel like I'm safe to say that he's gone as the jammer.
He didn't put it on his head yet, but I think he is the
well,
jammer. He's
there
sitting
we go.
in the jammer spot, so there we go.
So we finally got our Sparky on Sparky Spark Pass, Star Pass, whatever it's called.
Sparky Star Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but sadly did not get to see Sparky do any jamming. But he is currently in the Rydell penalty box, so will need to come out as the jammer. But tactical move, very good. We know what you're up to, Dark Matter. Literally has put the... Okay, so Dark Matter, I don't know if you saw this, puts the pivot hat on, literally waves it around, signals over to the bench. So we all know what's going to happen. Is everyone clear? We're all good with what's about to happen. Skate Pliskin coming round now. No star pass needed for him. Coming up against his jamming buddy.
Giving a big push to blocker number 50. That is Bull.
But it was a illegal hit there from Skate Pliskin, who is now in the Rydell penalty box. Sparky blocker now, jammer person coming out of the box. Is he going to, lead is open, so will he just try and go for it rather than do the star pass that we were all expecting? So I'll eat my hat. I was wrong. I'll have that, Roller Derby.
And
lovely offense there from Dark Matter, meaning that Sparky can just come through, be the jammer. Be the jammer, Sparky.
Yeah.
Be it.
They're not... he's not lead. I thought they were going to award that, but...
No, lead is open. Lead is gone, sorry, my apologies. So we've got another minute of Sparky being the jammer.
A penalty being assessed.
Skate Pliskin is out of the penalty box. Star is in hand, so I was a bit like, where's the jammer gone?
Bull is headed to the box, the Rydell penalty box.
We are getting into that typical kind of 6 minutes to go where we do start seeing a little penalty spiral often happening. We have got number 86, that is Doug Hisgrave, going to Rydell penalty box, joining Nicholas Rage and Bull. Nicholas Rage will need to be careful as he is now on the 6 penalty conundrum.
Tyne and Fear now has 3 blockers on the track just in time to slow down Skate Pliskin. Still picks up some points, though.
Sorry, my apologies. Talking over you there. And Tyne and Fear have got to the century mark. So high fives for everybody.
There we go.
Nice one, Sparky, who wasn't the jammer but now is the jammer. That's what happens when you wear the pivot hat. Eventually you will become the jammer.
All right, that was a 9-point jam for Lincolnshire and 5 for Tyne and Fear.
Lovely to see Sparky doing some jamming there. And what I said was clearly, obviously going to happen. Didn't happen, so yeah, I'll be quiet then.
Hey, the game's not over. It could happen.
Yeah. So we have got 7 minutes left to go in this game.
All right, jamming for Tyne and Fear's Moo. Lincolnshire put up Thinno.
Beautiful defense from both packs here. We do have pack advantage for Tyne and Fear currently. But Ducky's Grave is out of the Rydell penalty box and Fenno is through for lead.
Moo getting recycled back again. Still working on making that initial pass. Fenno hitting the Tyne and Fear blockers at the front of the pack here. Looks like Ducky's Grave, as the pivot, is trying to get some more offense to get him through. It does work. He gets through, calls off the jam. That is 5 points for Lincolnshire. I am glad that I'm saying it correctly.
You're doing a fantastic job.
I learned that this morning, that I was saying it wrong all my life.
All your life.
Now.
How often had you said it in your day-to-day life? 3 times, maybe?
The last 2 days, I've said it wrong a lot.
Oh, bless you.
But now
you're just bossing it.
I'm a better person.
And you can just correct people, or you'd be like,
excuse
an
you.
English person did tell me, I have it on good authority.
Listen here, you American.
Sparky, the original jammer Sparky for Newcastle is through is through for lead as we see number 6 abroad has been recycled to the back of the pack by Barnabash. Danger Zone doing some beautiful defense at the back of the pack. They're really trying to make some horrible walls be blown apart.
So much happening. Okay. That is, yep, picking up 4 more for Tyne and Fear. That's a 9-point jam.
Everyone's pretty happy with that over. As you can see, camera just coming around to the Newcastle bench. We also seem to have the game before this was Philadelphia, and their fans are all over where the Lincolnshire, the Tyne and Fear bench is. So they're kind of joining in now, supporting Newcastle, which I love it when you get a bunch of fans and they just pick another team and they're like totally get behind them.
You know what? We're cheering for you too.
But then the next game they'll probably cheer against them. But I just love it when that happens.
All right, Sully is through the pack, picking up lead for Lincolnshire.
Dark Matter coming up against that formidable wall made up by Tomahawk and number 17, Benno.
Tomahawk's running towards the front of the pack just in time to help knock Dark Matter to the inside.
Slatham going to the Rydell penalty box as well, so he will be joining Toots over there in the corner. Dark Matter just one blocker to get past, but while he's trying to do that, Sully literally out of nowhere comes firing in, slips into him, but no penalty's been issued, so everything looks clean and good.
Dark Matter initially snuck past Benno. Then he came around and hit him again.
And then we got.
Now he's back on the track.
And then we were treated to an inside whip by Chemical. I hope you saw that because it was kind of cute.
It was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have 5 for Lincolnshire and 2 for Tyne and Fear.
Dark Matter, your captain for Tyne and Fear, is in the middle speaking to our officials. No hand signals have been called yet for like official reviews or anything. I think he's just checking on a few things.
Okay, well, some of the refs are having a little talk.
But the 5 seconds has been called, so whatever it is, you got to wrap it up because we're getting back to the action.
Here we go. Escape Pliskin for Lincolnshire, move for Tyne and Fear. Move almost making it through, gets pushed to the outside.
Pliskin coming up against Sparky, but it is a track cut given to Pliskin. So Moo has grabbed lead and is now your active and only jammer as we go into the last couple of minutes of this beautiful game of UK, English, European roller derby in front of your very eyes. This game really has been quite amazing to watch, and I know Tyne and Fear are not going to be so happy with not taking the win this time, but they've got to be so proud of themselves this weekend. I know I've seen the internet. Everyone back at home is so proud of them and what they've done. Both teams exceeding expectations. So, yeah, there might be 1 or 2 glum faces, but they really can't be sad with themselves. They've really done themselves proud, pet.
There is no quitting in this team at all.
There really isn't.
100% in the game this whole time. Okay, that was a 9-point jam for Tyne and Fear. They're chipping away at the lead that Lincolnshire has. Yeah,
124 taking on 240. Pliskin is in the penalty box, so Sparky Jammer person, green hair, red skate Sparky, is your only jammer on the track at the moment. But look at that defensive party that Lincoln have brought to the table.
Benno hitting Sparky to the outside and recycling him back, trying to buy some time to get their jammer back on the track. Pliskin. And it works.
Yeah, look at that. Pliskin straight out of the Rydell penalty box there. Lovely offense from Tomahawk. But does come up against Chemical at the front, so he's now been recycled round, and we're having a bit of a negative lap.
And there we go.
No, Toots off to the penalty box. Checking in with the Rydell skate, see what's happening in the corner. But Pliskin, track cut once more, going to the Rydell penalty box. So Sparky is your only jammer on the track at the moment. Oh, and another inside whip there from Chemical.
They've got that down.
Yeah, he's loving it. You show us your minimum skills.
All right, Sparky coming through for a scoring pass. He is pushed out by Tomahawk. Calls off the jam. Does he pick up any points? Yes, he picks up 5.
Lovely work there from Tyne and Fear. We are into the dying seconds of this game, so as I said, I really hope you folks at home have been enjoying this game because it has really been cracking. I know it's getting late over in the UK and in Europe, but stay up. I don't even know what day it is. I assume it's Sunday. Forget about work tomorrow. You hate your boss anyway. Stay up and watch roller derby with us.
I mean,
I don't hate my boss if you're listening. Hi.
All right, Dark Matter is out for Tyne and Fear again. Skate Pliskin for Lincolnshire is still in the box.
Dark Matter doing a bit of a backwards jump there. Last jam, show off your skills. Let's see them. It's your last chance.
This is all or nothing right now. Lay it all out.
There he is again. Oh, little backwards crossover as well. Wonderful work here from Dartmatter. Always good. I love it when the team who don't win wins the last jab.
Yes.
Because then we all get to finish with a little bit more of a like, hell yeah.
Dark Matter trying again for the inside. Skate Pliskin almost making it through on the outside, but Bull says no.
Yeah, Bull really has been living up to his name and showing us some beautiful defensive work here.
And looks like a penalty on Doug Hisgrave. He dug his grave to the Rydell penalty box.
Toots going back to the Rydell penalty box. Let's have a quick look at the penalty board. Toots now on 4, but 9 seconds of this game, so I don't think we're going to see any like foul outs or any problems. Dartmatter does have Geriatric and Dapper Fox left to get past at the front. Both teams now standing up in their Apex Wellness Centre bench area, standing up to do the support for both teams.
Pliskin is headed to the Rydell penalty box. Dark Matter trying to make a move on the inside.
Dartmatter really showing, like, as I said, like, this is the last jam. You're sadly not going to win this game, but you are winning this jam, Tyne and Fear. Oh, Dartmatter have been sent there for a penalty, but it is the end of the game there. I'm not sure whether, I thought there were people signaling a timeout. I think they're just doing a really violent clap. Yeah. Don't do a T signal while clapping, it's confusing to us. So, unofficial score has been posted there. 14 points picked up by Tyne and Fear. So we do see Tyne and Fear with 143, Lincolnshire with 243. Oh, those numbers work well.
Exactly 100. And there's the final whistle, so that is our final score.
We will be handing over to one of our fellow announcers shortly for an interview with the skaters. I think today, I mean, it might not always happen. I think today we're probably going to see a skater from each team coming over to have a chat. It really was an absolute pleasure for myself to have both skaters when I did my interview earlier. It really is just great. And they were so emotional and so much love for each other.
It's lovely to see the Tyne and Fear blockers all coming back together before they do their victory lap. Have a moment with each other. That's just adorable. I just love it.
I'm going to say that Barda Bash there was just like, do you know what, Pet? Look at the score. That was a really bad Newcastle accent that went a little bit Scottish, so I will never do it again.
Lincolnshire having another moment together, too. I think I see some tears.
Oh, Pliskin. Pliskin's just transferred over to Lincoln, so he's had an absolute cracking time with them. And as I said, there is so much love in the room for these two teams. There is so much love at home because we've got the internet and we can see. I'm feeling a little bit emotional, as I said, representing England here today. And it's just been fantastic to see. I'm looking forward to giving them all a big sweaty hug.
All right, we are seeing our victory lap here for Lincolnshire. Lots of high fives and some hugs.
Oh, it's really lovely. Really lovely. I went really Birmingham for a second then. So Lincolnshire have taken the win here. As I said, last time these two teams came together on the MRDA stage, the winner to loser ratio was flipped the other way round. So makes it nice and even, nice and fair.
And they will battle it out again next month. Is that right?
It is indeed. We will be in Newcastle, so the home of Tyne and Fear and Newcastle Roller Girls for Men's European Cup. Check it out. I think it might be online. You'd have to ask Roller Polar Bear. He's in charge of all that type of stuff. Teams taking their time here to say their thank yous and congratulations and love to each other. As I said, these teams have played each other hundreds of times, play with each other hundreds of times.
Swap teams.
Just laughed at myself for a second then. You know, there's quite a lot of the Team England training squad in front of us here as well. And in the crowd, of course.
All right, did we get all our shout outs in?
I think I've done everybody. Apologies if I have missed anybody out.
I do have one shout out. I want to give a shout out to West Texas Roller Derby for allowing me the weekend to come out and announce at the Men's Roller Derby Championships. It is such an opportunity. I'm really loving it here. I am so thankful for all of you joining us today.
And I am so thankful for them for letting you come out here, because it's been fantastic announcing with you. I've absolutely loved it. I think we are, oh hang on, all the teams want a photo now. Of course they do. You could do a photo anytime. You see each other all the days. I'm only joking. Of course they can have a photo together. I'm not sure who is doing the interview. I can't see anybody in the camera position just yet.
I'll take a gander.
Have a look. You'll have to stand up. There's no other way of doing it. Okay, so we're going to assume that there isn't an interview, because you can just look at our faces instead. And we'll cut over to it if we will have one, but basically no one wants to hear us waffle anymore is the end of that then.
All right.
So thank you very much for joining us here. I've been very Cherry.
I'm a Beautiful Monstar. Thank you again for joining us at the Men's Roller Derby Championship 2018. We'll see you later.
Bye.